Hello everyone. This is Matt Morales with Quiet Mind Yoga, and I am here for your 7 p.m. Central Standard Time Yoga Flow. Let's go ahead and get ourselves situated, wear something comfortable, get any props you may need, including a mat, maybe a pillow or a blanket to prop yourself up on, maybe yoga blocks, maybe yoga strap, or if you don't have a yoga strap, maybe a belt. And if you don't have any of that, that is perfectly fine. You are still able and more than welcome to join us for tonight's practice. If you have anything specific that you want to work on tonight, leave me a comment. Hopefully I see it. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But if you have something specific going on in your body that you need to focus on, let me know, leave me a comment, and I will incorporate that into tonight's practice. All right, we're gonna be starting in about 2 to 3 minutes. I'm gonna finish setting up on my end. I'm gonna light some incense, Palo Santo. You do the same if you want. Grab yourself something to drink, and then we'll start here soon. Alrighty, y'all.
To my love, took it down. Climbed a mountain and I turned around, and I saw my reflection in snow-covered hills, till the landslide brought me down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can it shine within my heart, rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the seasons of my life?
For those of you that have just hopped on the video, if you have something specific you want to work on, let me know, leave a comment. Hopefully I see it. I don't get to decide what I see or don't. Facebook does that for me. Hello, Gina. I did see that. So if you have something specific, let me know, and I will absolutely incorporate it. Also, feel free to share this with anyone, everyone on your timeline. You can do whatever you want, but let people know about it, because right now we can absolutely use something beautiful like yoga in our lives. At least that's my opinion. All right, we have 1 more minute, y'all, and then we're gonna start. So anything else that you need, go do it now. I don't see anything specific on here about people wanting to work on something. So if you already left a comment, I haven't seen it, maybe leave me another one. That way, maybe I'll see that one. All right, we're gonna start here soon. We are going to start class already. I don't see anything else as far as what you want to work on, and that is A-okay. We are going to go with whatever I had in mind for today. And we are going to be starting on our mat in a cross-legged seated position. So go ahead and make your way onto your mat. I have, as you can see, a blanket on my mat that I'm going to utilize here. If you want, you can put a pillow underneath you as well, or you can also maybe use a block. Low back, I did see that, Gina, it made it. So we will add that. Come into a cross-legged seated position. If coming down to the ground right now is just not in your body, maybe you sit up on a chair, on your sofa, on your bed. And if crossing your legs feels a little bit too much, maybe straighten the legs out. Listen, this practice is always about you. It's not always about doing exactly what I say. You get to modify however you need. Now, of course, I want you to grow and I want you to challenge yourself in this practice. But if you just don't have it in your body right now to do a certain move or posture, don't force yourself. I'd rather you just keep working at it, but through a modification first, if need be. All right, so you're seated on the ground. Go ahead and place your hands. Let's do palms to face down on our legs right now. That way we get to ground ourselves. Sit up nice and tall. Allow your sit bones and your hips to start to get heavy. The sit bones start to grow down energetically into the earth below you, allowing you to ground yourself a little bit more after whatever kind of day you've had. And at the same time that your hips are getting heavier, the lower half of your body is grounding down. I want you to create space through your spine and lengthen up the crown of your head. The ears all reach up towards the ceiling above. Ears are in line with the shoulders. And as your eyes are closed here, I want you to start to follow your breath, just the natural rhythm of your inhale and exhale through your nose. No need to control anything in this moment. I know sometimes it's hard for us to release control because that means, well, we can't determine the outcome. But for right now, release all control. Allow yourself to simply be here, letting go of whatever kind of day you've had, whatever kind of week, whatever kind of year. Let it all go in this moment. And for right now, simply follow the breath. Keep following every inhale and every exhale through your nose, if possible. If not, you can breathe through the mouth as well. And now let's start to deepen the breath through the nose. Inhale through the nose, fill the belly up and let it expand. Exhale through the nose, empty out completely, draw your navel back towards your spine. So again, you inhale through the nose, fill the belly up, let it grow. Exhale, empty out completely, navel draws back to spine. And if you need to breathe through the mouth, that is perfectly fine. Keep going, deep breaths into the lowest parts of your belly. Now, to help us detach from whatever else is happening in our life right now, and to really help us focus and be here in this moment, we're going to add a count to the breathing. So I want you to count the seconds of your inhale and match the seconds of your exhale. I want you to start at 4 seconds and see how that works for you. If that's a little too much, maybe take it down to 3. If you can do more, maybe take it up to 5 or 6. So go ahead and start now, counting the seconds of your inhale, match the seconds of your exhale. Add 1 more second to both the inhale and exhale, and if that doesn't feel good at all to you, then don't do it. Stay where you're at. Two more here. Last one. Go ahead and drop the counting. Come back to breathing solely into the belly, in and out through your nose. And I invite you to set an intention for tonight's practice. What is it that you need on your mat right now? Maybe you're not exactly clear on why you're even practicing tonight, and that's okay. Take a moment here to breathe and feel for the answer to come up for you. Now, whatever it is you need, start to repeat it to yourself internally as if it's already happening in this moment. Bring your hands to your heart center in prayer posture and bow your head down to lock your intention in. Keep the hands together as you inhale, lift your head back up to neutral, reach your arms towards the sky, palms still touching. Exhale, open the hands, release your intention out to whatever higher power you go to. Bring your hands down onto your lap, and we'll start our gentle warm-up. As you inhale, start to circle your nose up towards the ceiling above. And as you exhale, start to circle down towards the earth. Again, inhale, you circle the nose up. Exhale, circle down. One more going this direction. On your next inhale, start to circle the opposite direction. Other way. One more round. As you inhale, bring your head back up to neutral. Drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Take your right hand, place it on the left side of your head, putting gentle pressure. And then maybe you even want to take that left arm, wrap it around your back, reaching towards the opposite hip. Creating more space in the left side of the neck and that left shoulder. One more big breath here. On your inhale, release and come back up to neutral. Exhale, drop the left ear towards the left shoulder. And if you're not on the left, that's okay. Just do the opposites. Bring your left hand to the right side of your head, putting gentle pressure. Maybe even take that right arm around back, reaching towards the opposite hip. Breathe into the belly. Be in this moment, following the breath, letting everything else float away. Last big breath here. As you inhale, release and come back up to neutral. Place the palms of your hands on your knees. We start to make circles with our torso. As you inhale, circle forward towards one knee and then the other. As you exhale, circle back. If you are sitting up high on something, you may want to remove it out from underneath you. Inhale, you're circling forward. Exhale, circle back. We'll take one more going this direction. Maybe play with closing the eyes if you haven't already. Inhale, take it the opposite way. Last one. Come back to center. Place your hands out in front of you. Walk them as far forward as your body will allow. Maybe this is where you stay tonight and this is what's in your body. Maybe you can walk them a little further, maybe even dropping the forearms to the mat. Maybe even bringing the forehead down as well. Stay here, breathe into the lower back. switch the cross of our feet here. Bringing the other heel in closer. We go back into it. Walk your hands as far forward as your body will allow. And notice the difference on this side. See how it feels different? You don't need to figure out why it feels different. You don't need to change it at all. We're just allowing ourselves an opportunity to learn about our bodies. 2 more big breaths here. Lengthen through the spine. And release. Walk the hands back. Go ahead and transition to 4 points, tabletop. So if you have something you were seated on, you can always move it to the side now. We'll meet with our hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and we have 5 rounds of traditional cat-cow. So as you inhale, start to lower the belly down, open your heart forward and look up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, start to round the spine, gently tuck the tailbone and chin. Again, inhale, cow, letting the shoulder blades melt down the back. Exhale, cat, round the spine, push the hands into the earth. Take 3 more on your own.
There's a big black sky over my town. I'm wearing a bed sheet.
Stay in the movement. So don't think about the movement so much as be in the movement. Feel it in the body. You have 1 more round here.
I just gotta see it for myself. I'm in the corner. Why do you kiss her?
As you inhale, come back up to a neutral spine. Keep the hips in the air so the hips are ideally aligned above the knees. Walk your hands out in front of you. Start to drop the forehead and heart down towards the mat. Maybe you stay here and this is enough. Or if you'd like, you can bring your hands together in prayer posture and bend the elbows, lifting the hands above the back of your head. If you'd like to take it a little further, see if you can walk the elbows forward a little more without shifting the hips.
I'm all messed up and so
2 more big breaths here.
stilettos and broken bottles. I'm spinning around in circles.
Exhale, release your hands towards the earth. Lock them back underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes under and lift your hips up, downward facing dog. Start to pedal your feet out here. Walk your dog, bending 1 knee and then the other. Shake your head yes and shake the head no. Now take your time here. I don't want you to rush this. Start to walk your feet forward to meet your hands. Feel each step in the body. Feel all the muscles that are having to activate to get you forward. And we meet at the top of our mat, folded over here for ragdoll. Interlace your fingers behind your head. So hands behind the head, fingers interlaced. You can have a small bend in the knees if you'd like, and maybe find a gentle sway from side to side here. Drop the head completely. No tension in the neck.
I'm in the corner, watching you kiss her.
Now release your hands down towards the earth. Heel toe your feet out towards the edges of the mat. Ground your right hand down underneath your heart center. This is where, if you have a prop, you may want to use it so you can bring the ground closer to you. You can utilize a block, a pillow, a blanket, whatever you have. Left arm reaches up. We're twisting here. Try to keep your hips as centered as possible. You may want to shift to one side or the other. Keep them in the middle. Breathe into the belly. See if you can open up just a little bit more. Let that twist come from the spine. left hand comes down onto the surface. We switch. Inhale, right arm up, other side. Big breaths here. Open up a little more, 2 more breaths. Breathe into the belly. And release. Right hand back down towards the mat. Remove any prop you may have been using. Heel toe your feet back underneath your hips. Weight shifts towards your toes. Heels stay on the ground though. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to your shin. Make a 7 with the body. Opening your heart forward. Exhale, fold it back over. Let it go. Inhale, halfway lift. Again, weight is in the toes. That helps to get a stretch in the back of your legs. Exhale, fold it over. We have 1 more. Inhale, halfway lift. Open the heart. Offer something up from it. And exhale, let it go. Ground down through the feet. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Arms reach towards the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart center. From here, I want you to interlace your fingers behind your head. Bring your elbows to face forward. 1 second, there's something on my phone. Let me get rid of it. There we go. All right. Fingers interlaced behind your head, elbows facing forward. We're going to start to open the back chain of our body. I want you to tuck the chin in towards the chest. And you can put a little pressure here as well with your hands. Keep breathing into the belly. Chin all the way down as much as possible towards the chest. You may start to feel some opening in the back of the neck, in the upper back, space between the shoulder blades. And we're going to take it a little deeper now. So I want you to start to bend up the knees. Start to fold over. And ideally, we're aiming to have the elbows touch the knees here. Your chin stays tucked into the chest. Add a little bit of rounding to the spine as well. Breathe into your whole back body, all the way from the base of your spine, all the way up to the back of your head. Keep breathing. Now we're going to add the legs a little bit more too. Start to straighten them out. And again, ideally, elbows stay connected to the knees. While you're here, reach your toes up towards your head. So you're flexing your feet. So that way you really get to tap into the whole back channel of the body as well. 1 more big breath here. Now slowly, please take your time. Start to come all the way back up. I don't want you to rush it so you don't get lightheaded. We're coming all the way back up to standing, and we're going to go back into that right away. So elbows facing forward. Tuck your chin in towards your chest. We're going to hold here a moment just like before. Keep breathing into the belly. Now we start to fold it over. And instead of reaching for the knees with the elbows, I want you to take it a little bit above the knees, maybe 4 or so inches, if you can. And if you can't touch the legs at all, that is perfectly fine. Maybe you need to stay with the knees bent, but if you can, start to straighten the legs a little bit more. Really breathe into the back body. I don't know about you all, but I definitely feel it. 2 more big breaths. Flex your feet. Nice and easy. Bend into the knees again if you had them straight. Start to roll back up, taking your time, no rush. When we come all the way back up to standing. All right, from here we start to go into our flow. We are starting with the moon salutation tonight. Hands to your heart center in prayer posture. Everyone take an inhale through your nose, fill the belly up. Open your mouth, exhale it out. And we begin. Inhale, arms rise. Keep your core engaged. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Actually, I was doing Surya Namaskar A instead of the moon salutation, so we're going to go again. Feet grounded down into the mats. Everyone, inhale, arms up. Hold the breath as you halfway fold forward. Exhale, release your hands towards the earth. Inhale, heel toe your feet out towards the edges of the mat. Sink down into a yogic squat. And listen, if you can't sink so deep into a yogic squat right now, that's perfectly fine. Maybe you're up here. Maybe you're even utilizing a block for these first couple rounds, because these first 2 rounds, we are going to take it a little slower. Take 2 more breaths here, pressing the hands together, lengthening through the spine, opening the heart up. Last big breath down into the hips. And as you exhale, plant the hands, step the left leg back, drop your knee to the earth. Inhale, reach the arms up, come into a small back bend, opening the heart towards the sky. Shoulders are soft. Keep pressing the hips forward. We're going to be here for a few breaths. Last one here. And as you exhale, drop the hands to the mat, step it back into child's pose. Knees out towards the edges of the mat, big toes to touch, and sit bones towards your heels. Take 2 breaths here. Focus on breathing into the back body while you are in this position. Last breath here. On your next inhale, slide your way forward and into a Sphinx pose. So bring the elbows underneath the shoulders, forearms onto the mat. Press the tops of your feet and your pelvis down into the earth below you. And then energetically draw the elbows back towards your hips. You may start to feel a lengthening through the lower spine. Here we have 3 breaths. And if you do feel like you need to take it a little bit further tonight, maybe you even start to straighten the arms out for your sealed pose. We have 1 more breath here. And exhale, start to lower down and push yourself back into your child's pose. We take 1 breath here this time. Inhale up onto your knees, circle your arms back behind you, open the heart and throat. Exhale, plant your hands, step the right foot forward. Inhale, arms rise up, come into that small back bend again. Exhale, left foot meets the right. Hold the breath out as you halfway lift. Inhale, arms reach for the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart center. We have the other side. Inhale, arms lift up. Retain the breath as you halfway fold forward. Exhale, release hands to the earth. Inhale, yogic squat, or however deep you can get into it. And we're going to stay here for a few breaths. One more big breath here. And as you exhale, take that right leg back, drop the knee to the earth. Inhale, arms rise, and for your back foot, it does not matter if your toes are tucked or untucked right now. That's really personal preference. Bend to the front knee, keep opening through that right hip flexor, lengthen through the spine. 2 more breaths. As you exhale, drop your hands to the earth, take it back into your child's pose. 2 breaths here. One more breath. On your inhale, slide it forward and into a Sphinx pose. Elbows underneath the shoulders, forearms on the mat. Press into the tops of your feet and your pelvis. And draw the elbows back, open your heart forward. Breathe here. Again, if you need to take it further, straighten the arms out for your seal pose. Shoulders down. Or maybe you even want to play with bringing the shoulders up and just really play with that position. And exhale, release it back down. Come into your child's pose again. We have one breath here. Inhale, come up onto the knees, circle the arms back behind you. Again, open the heart, look up. Exhale, plant the hands, left foot comes forward. Inhale, arms rise up, give me a small back bend. Exhale, plant the hands, right foot meets the left. Hold the breath out as you halfway lift. Inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, hands to the heart center. We're going to start to flow through it now. Take an inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, exhale it out. And let's flow. Inhale, arms rise. Hold the breath as you halfway fold forward. Exhale, fold it over. Inhale, yogic squat. We're here just for the inhale. Exhale, left leg back, knee to the earth. Inhale, arms rise. Give me that back bend. Exhale, plant the hands, child's pose here just for the exhale. Inhale, slide it forward, this time into cobra, so lift up. And exhale, press it back into your child's pose. Inhale, come up onto your knees, circle the arms back behind you. Exhale, plant the hands, right foot comes forward. Inhale, lift the arms, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, left foot meets your right. Hold the breath out as you halfway lift. Inhale, rise all the way. Exhale, hands to your heart center, other side. Inhale, rise up. Retain the breath as you halfway fold. Exhale, release hands to the earth. Inhale, yogic squat. Again, here just for the inhale. Exhale, right leg comes back, knee to the ground. Inhale, arms up. Keep your core active. Exhale, release. Take a child's pose. Inhale, come forward and into your cobra. Exhale, press it back, child's pose. Inhale, come up onto the knees, circle the arms behind you. Exhale, ground the hands, the left foot comes forward. Inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, right foot meets the left. Hold the breath as you halfway lift. Inhale, straight up. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Take one breath here in through the nose. Open the mouth, exhale it out. We go through it again. Inhale, arms up. Hold the breath as you halfway fold forward. Exhale, release hands to the mat. Inhale, yogic squat. Exhale, left leg back, knee to the ground. Inhale, arms up. So think of this as a dance with the breath and the movement. Exhale, hands to the earth. Child's pose. Keep your hands where they are. Inhale, slide it forward into a cobra. Exhale, take it back. Child's pose. Inhale, up onto the knees, arms behind you. Open the heart. Exhale, ground the hands, right foot comes forward. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, left foot meets your right. Hold the breath, halfway lift. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Last one, you got it. Inhale, arms up. Hold the breath as you halfway fold. Exhale, release. Inhale, yogic squat, whatever yours looks like. Exhale, right leg back, knee to the ground. Inhale, arms up, back bend. Exhale, plant the hands, take a child's pose. Inhale, slide it forward into a cobra. Exhale, press it back, child's pose. Inhale up onto your knees, arms behind you. Exhale, plant the hands, left foot comes forward. Inhale, lift up and lengthen, shoulders soft. Exhale, right foot to the left. Hold the breath out as you halfway lift. Inhale, straighten up. And exhale, hands to the heart center. While we are here, take a moment to close your eyes if it feels okay for you right now. Close your eyes and check in. Press your thumbs against your sternum, feel the heartbeat. Notice if your energy feels any different from when you first started this practice. One more breath just like this.
How much sorrow can I take?
And gently blink the eyes open if you had them closed. We're going to step our right foot back. You're going to face the right side of your mat. Hands onto your hips. And you do want your feet pretty wide. Not too wide. We're not going into a split here. Hands onto your hips. Unless you want to. Inhale, lengthen up through the spine. And exhale, fold it over. Reach your hands down towards the earth. Move any props that might be in your way. Drop your head towards the earth, and we're going to hang out here for a moment. If you feel like you need to, you can always take an inversion here as well. Now walk your hands over towards the right foot. Left hand maybe grabs onto that right ankle. Reach that right arm up for a twist here. And if you can't hold onto that right ankle, you can keep that left hand on the ground and keep pushing yourself to twist. Breathe big here into the hips and the inner thighs, the lower back. One more here. Exhale, release it. Walk your hands over towards the left. Again, maybe that right hand can grab onto that left ankle. If not, place it on the ground and we twist. Breathe it into the belly. Last one here, going a little deeper. And release, hands back down to the earth. Slight bend into your knees, rise all the way up. We're gonna go into a deeper bend in our knees, come into goddess pose. Cactus the arms, elbows drawing back. Sink down here. Reach your tailbone down towards the mat below you. Hug the ribs in. I don't want to see this where you're sticking the chest out in front of you. Hug everything into the midline. Sink the hips a little lower. Big breaths. I know you might start to feel this in your legs already. Sink a little lower. You have another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten the legs out. Bring your hands onto your hips. Pivot to face forward. Bring that back foot up about halfway or so. Back foot is at a 45-degree angle. You're facing forward. Hands can stay on your hips. Maybe you reach for opposite elbows. Behind, I'll show you. You reach for opposite elbows, or maybe even reverse prayer posture here. Now wherever you're at, you're gonna face forward, so imagine your hips have headlights on them. They are facing forward. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. And exhale, we fold over. Gaze falls at that left big toe. Shoot that left hip back. One more big breath here, lengthen through the spine. Now release your hands. I want you to place them about a foot in front of that left foot. You're gonna come up into a standing split. So again, maybe that back foot stays down on the mat here. Maybe you lift it just an inch or so. Or maybe you really go for it, lifting it as much as possible, and even maybe dropping your head. If you want to play with your balance here, you can also take one hand, grab onto that left ankle, maybe even both hands reaching for that left ankle. And we'll stay here a couple moments. Breathe in. On your next exhale, drop that right foot to meet the left. So you're going to stay folded over here in the top top of your mat. Take your peace and love fingers, wrap them around your big toes. Inhale, half lift, lengthen through your spine, open your heart out in front of you. Exhale, fold it over, bend the elbows, drop your head, and you're utilizing the arms here to really take you deeper into the stretch. If you need to, you can slightly bend the knees as well. If you're bending the knees, make sure you're sticking the butt out towards the sky so you get more lengthening in the hamstrings, the backs of your legs. You have one more big breath here. Now release the big toes. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold it over. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart center. We have the other side now. Step the left foot back. You're going to face the left side of your mat. You're turning that right foot now, so it's going to face the left as well. This time I want you to take your hands, interlace your fingers behind your back. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold it over. Maybe you leave your hands on the lower back. This is enough for you. And if you can't even interlace your hands, maybe you have a strap that you're grabbing onto at opposite ends, so you at least have something to hold on to. Stay folded over. Maybe you're reaching your arms up as much as possible. Make sure you're putting the weight into the pinky edges of your feet here. Shift your hips forward a little bit more, challenging the balance. Really activate your core and your Mula Bandha, lifting from the pelvic floor center. Now bring a small bend into your knees, come back up, nice and easy, and into another goddess pose. We hang out, bend at the knees, reach the tailbone down, 90 degrees with the elbows here, reach them back, hug the ribs in though. Sink a little lower. A little lower. We have another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten the legs, hands on to your hip. We're pivoting to face forward again, so the headlights facing forward. You're going to close off your stance about halfway here. Again, you be the judge. You determine how much you really need. And then you take your hands however you want, maybe on your hips, maybe grab opposite elbows, maybe reverse namaste. Inhale, we lengthen up. Exhale, fold forward. Big breaths. Reach that right hip back. Last breath here. Release the hands, place them about a foot in front of you. Take that left leg up for standing splits. And same thing here. Maybe you want to stay with the hands on the ground. Maybe you're even utilizing props here to place your hands on. Or maybe you're grabbing one hand onto that right ankle. Maybe both. Keep that left leg super active if it's up in the air. 2 more breaths here. And as you exhale, release, bringing that left foot down to meet the right. This time we slide our hands underneath our feet. So if you need to bend your knees so you can get here, ideally your toes are resting on your wrist crease. Now inhale, you lengthen through the spine, opening the heart forward. As you exhale, bend the elbows again, drop your head, and you're using the arms again to take you deeper into the stretch. Keep sticking your butt up towards the ceiling so you get that lengthening through the backs of the legs. Big breaths. 2 more here. Release your hands out from underneath your feet to about mat width apart and sink down into a yogic squat. Again, whatever version you'd like. Maybe you even use a prop to sit on here. And we meet in our yogic squat. We're going to take some breaths here. Allow yourself to get a little bit more grounded here in this moment in your yogic squat. Energy flowing down the spine into the earth below you, allowing you to be here in your body in this moment, not up in the head. Last breath here. Then taking your time however you need to, start to come to sit all the way down onto your mat. Straighten your legs out in front of you. Flex your feet. So the reason we flex our feet is to really make sure we're getting as much opening through the backs of the legs as possible here. Inhale, lengthen through the spine and out of the hips. Reach the arms up. Exhale, fold it forward. You're leading with your heart here. Maybe you're grabbing onto your shins, maybe onto the ankles, maybe the feet. And if you need to take it a little deeper, maybe you have a block that you can place in front of your feet. Big breaths into any areas of tension you are feeling here. Three more breaths. Stay here in the position you're in. Taking your time, start to lower back onto your mat. Take the time. If you need help, grab onto your legs or the mat. Once you're flat on your back, hug your knees into your chest. Start to rock from side to side, giving the spine a little massage. Back down onto the earth at hip width apart. Windshield wipe your knees from side to side. Again, make sure you leave space. Feet are hip width apart, they're not closer. Now we all drop our knees over to the right side, keeping the space between the legs. Take your right foot, place it on top of your left knee or your left thigh. Reach your arms up above the head. Grab onto the left wrist with the right hand and draw your left arm back behind you. So I want you to focus on lengthening through the whole left side of your body here. Focus on sending your breath into the left lung, the left rib cage, the left hip and lower back. Big breaths. Down even more, see if you can lengthen it. One last big breath here. Now release and come back up to center. Right foot is on the mat. Drop the knees over to the left ankle. On top of that right thigh. Grab onto the right wrist, draw the right arm back behind you so you're focusing on opening through the right side of the body here. Again, breathe deeply into the right side. Last big breath here. final pose before Shavasana, happy baby. Reach for the soles of the feet, draw the knees down. Maybe find a rock from side to side. And release. Shavasana, your final resting pose. Flatten out onto your mat. Get yourself comfortable, whatever that looks like for you tonight. Maybe you utilize props. Maybe you take the legs up the wall, or you're in a reclining butterfly position. Whatever you need, set yourself up. Go ahead and close your eyes. No more control in the body. Let all activation go. Let the ground underneath you fully support you in this moment. Eyes are closed. I'm going to guide you through some breathing before you slide all the way in to your Shavasana. So listen closely, everyone. Exhale, empty out completely. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold the breath. 1, 2. Exhale, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold the breath. 1, 2. Exhale, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold the breath. 1, 2. Exhale, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold the breath. 1, 2. Exhale. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release any control of the breath. And allow yourself to simply relax.
I've never been too bold, keeping the quiet and
awareness back into the body and the breath. Taking your time, start to bring small movements into your fingers and into your toes. Gently rock your head from side to side. And give yourself a good morning stretch, reaching the arms up above the head. Point your toes out in front of you. And as you're ready, make your way onto one side into a small position on your mat. Now, nice and easy, press your way up into a seated meditation pose facing your device. And we'll meet with our eyes closed and our hands at heart center in prayer posture. We will seal off tonight's practice with one clearing breath, followed by an Om, the sound of the earth's vibration, the same frequency as love. Everyone inhale through the nose, fill the belly up. Open your mouth, exhale it out. Inhale for Om. Thank you all for giving yourselves the gift of yoga tonight. From my heart and home to yours, namaste. Alrighty, you all. That is your yoga flow for this beautiful Tuesday night. As always, thank you so much for joining and for giving yourself this gift that is yoga. Thank you for doing this because it is not only affecting you, but it is affecting all the others around you as well, even though you may not realize it or know why, but do know that it helps the whole collective at this time. So thank you again. It's always an honor and a privilege to bring this to you all. And I hope you continue to join, share it as well with as many people as you would like. And with that being said, y'all have a beautiful night, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. I will see you later. Much love. Bye, y'all.